All right, guys, welcome back again. Fash is here. Like I said, we are going to move faster today. I think I have like 2 days for us to get this entire CSS completely, done. And before we start diving into how to start creating layouts, all right, like these CSS is categorized into 3 sections. We have the normal CSS understanding, like the one we're doing right now, and we have the flexbox, and then we have grid. We're going to cover everything in Jiffy. Okay, so what we're going to do today now is that I want to our normal ways of doing things, I would have to delete this, and I don't want to have anything inside this place again. Okay, what I would do now is that I'm just hold on shift and that exclamation mark and hit on enter, so that we have a new boilerplate. Okay, after that, what I will do is that I'll just say today box model. That is exactly what we want to deal with, box model. Okay, what is box model? I don't want to start telling you stories, documentations and stuff like that. Let me just give you a real life scenario. Imagine inside this header I said, okay fine, I want to have a style, and that style I said, okay fine, when you have this, it's an internal styling. Okay, so I just want you to have it like that. So what I want to do is that I want to ensure that probably should we do, I think I have an H1, and then I want to call it box model. Let me say the H1 is too big. Let me say H3 or something, and let me say box model. So when I say box model, okay, it's going to actually appear in there. So okay, let's check it out. It's not appearing. What exactly is going on? Well, let's reload it. Fine. Okay, by the time you load this, you have box model. So now when you're talking about space, all these things now, let me tell you something, is regarded as what? Element. So when you're talking about space inside this element and space outside the element, that is known as what? Understanding how to do some space outside and inside, whether it is top, whether it is bottom, whether it is left, whether it is right. So let me show you something in the browser. Hold on Control Shift and I, something will happen. Good. So when you hold on Control Shift and I, sorry, I think I have to make sure that this thing is like this. Let me show you something. And you navigate to element, you're going to see this thing in there. So you can see we have the margin, that is space outside, and we have the padding, that is the space inside, and we have the border. Okay, so anytime you have this box is the box model they're talking about, that you're supposed to have a space outside and space inside, and the default space outside is 8 pixels. That's what comes with the browser. That's why you're seeing 8 in there, and space inside is also 8 pixels. But what this divide, or the space inside and the space outside, the thing that is in between them is known as border. All right, that's exactly what I wanted to figure out. We have the margin. The margin is actually talking about the space outside, and the default is 8, and the padding is actually talking about the space inside, and the default is also 8. But there's something that breaks them, that is in between the two of them, and that thing is border. So how can we now bring this thing to life so that you actually see it in this? All right, so let me just do this. Let me just start. So inside this style, I can say I want to have a border. Okay, so if you want to do that, let me just style this. So you have to select this. Don't forget how to select an element. You can select 2 classes, you can select 2 ID, you can select 2 tags. I'm selecting 2 tags now. I'm saying H3. All right, and I will say border. Border. Okay, so by the time you say border, you're going to say 2 pixels means how thick do you want it to be. Solid means the thickness, but solid means what type of thickness do you want. And color creepsing, let me show you. So by the time you do this, let's save it. You can see there's a thickness in there, that is the border. So now let's work on the space within. And when you're talking about space within, that means you're talking about padding. So let's say padding. Let's say padding top, bottom, left, right. So now we can say padding top. Let's start from padding top. We'll say 20 pixel. Pixel is the size. Let's save it. You can see from the top there is a space. Let's say padding bottom 2. Padding bottom 2. Let's give it 20 pixel as well. You can see there's a space in there. Let's now say padding right. This is awesome. Padding right, let's say 20 pixel too. Okay, let's say padding left too. From the right you cannot see it because of the height. I'm going to show you. Let's say padding left, let's say 20 pixel. You can see there's a space. So if you now want to excuse me, you can give it a width of 100 pixel so that it's going to be small, so that we can see it clearly. I can give it a height of 100 pixels as well. So you can see you started writing your CSS. All right, this is awesome. So the thing is now is that, but this padding top, left, bottom, right, that's too long. You can ensure that everything is in one place like this. Let me show you. So anytime you use just padding alone, okay, hold on a second. Let's say padding 20 pixels. It's going to work on the top, the left, the bottom, and the right. So now if you now want to probably have more space, maybe you say padding 30 pixels. That means this first one is talking about the top and the bottom, and this one is talking about the left and the right. Okay, you can see. All right, so many a times you can be seeing it this way, many a times you can be singing it separately, many a times you can even see it like 30 times. Okay, but let me just stop here, don't worry, I will explain as we move on. So now, what of margin? Margin also can have top, left, bottom, right, or something. Okay, let's have margin. Now we want to margin everything, both top, left, bottom, right. Let's say we want it to be 50 pixels. Okay, now see, so everything around in there, left, right, top, bottom, is 50 pixels. So you can see the space outside is the margin, and the space within the element is what? Padding. So that's exactly what I want you to understand in there. There's one thing I really want to explain. Box, border box. All right, well, okay, I don't want to add more stuff to this, but I just want you to understand this concept. All right, so that is exactly what you need to figure out. So we are going to be using a lot of padding, a lot of margin, and you should understand the reason why we are using it, and it's just because we want to maintain some kind of space around our element and within our element. Okay, so and also, all right, so let's say box sizing, and let's say border box. I want something to happen, border box, and I'll explain. So this is what so you can see this thing is a little bit smaller. So what I want you to understand in there is that border box is very, very important when you try, because before the entire width and height, it looks way bigger than the way it's supposed to be appear. But border box is supposed to control this by allowing the padding and border to be included when you are considering the height and width. You can see the padding is 30 and 20, and the border is 2 pixels. So it's considering them when it's considering the height and margin too. So whenever you want to probably apply height and width, and you want the padding and the border to be considered, you apply box sizing. And the other thing I would like to do is that in front of these things, just put auto. I will now show you what you are going to experience. You can see these things move to the middle. So whenever you want something to shift to the center, you apply auto after you've applied the margin value. Okay, if you remove the auto back and probably save it, it's going to get back to the left. You can see. So I'm going to do it like that. So because we're going to be needing something like that as we move on. You can see this thing move to the center. All right, guys, this is what I really want to explain to you on box model, and I'm pretty sure that it's very, very understandable, and trust me, this is one of the things that you need to know when you're starting your CSS skills. Thank you for watching, and happy coding. Bye.